Welcome back to our Bluebirds Walk. We're talking about our Cardiff, one of the dirtiest sides in the league this week. Plymouth fans were not happy about what they saw. This one in particular said, if we go down, I pray that you come with us. You are dirty, time-wasting. I'm not going to repeat that word. I'm embarrassed for you. Your players are a joke. You're the worst and dirtiest team to play at Home Park in many, many years. We're talking about whether that holds any truth whatsoever with our Cardiff fans. We're also looking ahead to the massive game against Hull City, of course, this Tuesday night. We're looking at the March fixtures for Cardiff and just how many points can we predict and who else would we like to see be relegated alongside Plymouth probably now after that tweet. Welcome back, Jamie and James. Thank you very much for joining us. 30 weeks. We've been doing this now 30 weeks, so it'd be great to get 30 likes. Press the button down there. Let's have a chat about Plymouth 1, Cardiff 1, Jamie. Before we get into that tweet, was it a fair result given the red card?
I certainly think I was delighted with it. When you have to play, was it nearly 30 minutes plus with the additional time with 10 men away from home, I think you bite someone's hand off for that. I've always said if you don't play particularly well, don't lose. And the dark arts, again, I put something out on my socials that at the end of the day, it's not as if it's just Cardiff to do it. Every side does it. And quite a few times we've been on the opposite end of it, where we've been probably heckling away keepers and so on when they're at our place doing it. And we've been lucky to score a late goal. Maybe we could argue it's a bit of karma because maybe the red card was dubious as such. Everyone's got a view on that. But as for saying we're dirty, I don't get that narrative. We didn't go out actively trying to hurt players and all that. To be honest with you, I think Plymouth were just as physical with their direct approach. Yet it seemed to be okay for them to put their hands on players and their centre-halves, as we know, to be quite physical. But yeah, maybe that's just because they're frustrated that they needed to win that probably, and they didn't.
I think so. Ross run it back and said, I love it when opposition fans come on here and moan it aside for time wasting with 10 men. We still had 14 minutes extra played also. 11 versus 11, there's only one winner, and now there's a big game on Tuesday. Nez says, I'll take the point after the red card, but we were in control before then. Huge game on Tuesday. Now we have to win that. The team fought to the end. Fair play. James, you agree with all that?
Yeah, so they did fight to the end, and we were the better side in the first half and before the red card, and obviously that changed the game. And if you can't win them type of games, then don't lose it. And I think personally, with Plymouth being at home, it would have frustrated them more than us. So we'll sort of move on to Tuesday and hope for the win.
Okay. I'll just say off the back of that, Mark. I think for Plymouth, it was a really big week, just as it is for us probably now with like we say, with Hull coming up. They had Luton away. They failed to win that. Then they had us, so they needed to win that. So 2 out of 6 points in their week against relegation rivals, it probably doesn't benefit us. And I said a point yesterday with the results that are around us with Derby losing late against Millwall, and obviously Luton losing today, I think is actually a decent point overall. Hindsight's probably a good thing. But like I said, we didn't play particularly well second half, but that's going to happen, when you're down to 10. But first half, I thought we were brilliant. I thought we really went at it. Will Alves looked superb on the wing. And we've got some youngsters returning now, like Isaac Davis, who's looking really, really sharp. So hopefully, now we've got some extra bodies. It sounds daft saying that when we've lost the second half and another one went off injured. But going forward, we've got some more players.
Yeah, reasons to be cheerful there. However, there were lots of negativity surrounding the game. I think it's because of I think this time of the season, everyone's feeling the pressure, aren't they, a little bit? So we had this from Fred. Oxford, Portsmouth and Plymouth, 1 point from 9 against teams that are around us. Lovely guy, Reza, but he's simply not good enough. Should have gone at Christmas. We're back to this again. Every time he doesn't pick up 3 points, I mean, it's getting a bit dull now, James, me asking you, but where do you believe the fan base are now with Reza? Out of how certain are they of him and his abilities to make sure Cardiff are not playing Rotherham next year?
So I think it's sort of 50-50 really. You'll get the sort of the fan base that'll just try and keep positive and sort of just see the season out now. Like I said last week, it's a bit too late now to make a change unless something goes drastically wrong over the next couple of games. But yeah, we just need to sort of assess now the sort of rest of the season where we end up and sort of plan for next season. Obviously, when we were in the relegation battle, 22-23 season, Sabri Lamucci kept us up, and we probably, well, most of us probably thought that he would get a new contract, and he never. So, you know, even if Riza does keep us up, it doesn't mean that he will be here next season. So, yeah, obviously a long planning ahead for the future of the club.
Yeah. This one, Jamie says, one of the other criticisms that Riza was getting was the fact that Rambo stayed on for 105 minutes. Craig here says it's effing ridiculous that he lasted that long, and actually potentially is going to now mean that, he's not going to be able to do much for you on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think with someone like Ramsey, with his injury history and so on, age, you're kind of wary of the minutes he plays. Whether he was kept on just for the experience, and trying to solidify that midfield area and to see the game out, I'm not too sure. But I agree. I think it is a worry when you've got someone of Aaron Ramsey's talents and ability that you need him probably again to start against Hull. Now, does that put that into question that he will start? I hope he does, because again, we've got Aston Villa in the cup, and on the Friday, do I really see Aaron Ramsey needing to play that? Probably not. So maybe it's a case of that. I don't know, but it's a good point raised there by Craig.
Okay. Let's switch gears then and talk about Hull City. James, they've just been to Sunderland and the first team to win there, so their tails are high. But this game is everything, isn't it? You'd sooner lose this, so you'd sooner win this and lose to Villa than the other way round, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, what you would say is a 6-pointer. This is it, really. I mean, obviously, you win this and it gives you a little bit of space. But if you do lose this, then it's right in the mix anyway. So yeah, we do need to win this Tuesday. I don't think a draw would be good enough at home.
Yeah, this is your game in hand now on those fixtures, Jamie, that you've just talked about. 33 points to 36, and that point gap then doubles. Same team starts or not?
I'd probably say yes. Obviously, we now have Gutas banned, so we need to look at possibly putting Chambers in there or Will Fish. I'm not too sure on Bagan's injury, so I think you might need to change that if he's injured. I think you've just got to go for it. I mean, I do love the fact that we've got a striker now that is in and around that 6-yard box. He's hungry. He's putting himself around, and I think with every minute he plays, Salah is getting used to what British football is and the EFL is. When he first came in, I think he was a bit frustrated at times with the physicality, maybe. So he's learning that. I mean, to be fair, he controlled himself yesterday against Plymouth. I think the centre-halves were giving a few sly digs off the ball, and he raised that to the referee. But I think you've got to start Salah. It's just because he's an outlet. And I think Hull City are very physical. They're very quick. And I think we just maybe need to go a bit more direct at times and play in their half.
Okay. Decent shouts. Then let's talk about Villa then on Friday night, James, as well. I mean, the tickets for this have been there's going to be huge support down there. Sorry, up there, isn't it? In the Midlands on Friday. Did you give yourself any chance of squeaking through to the quarterfinals?
Realistically, no. But again, you never know. Obviously, with Villa playing, I'm not too sure if they got Champions League coming up soon. We need to do what we can there, and if we can get a result, great. If we don't, then it's not really a massive loss there. Obviously, the league is the priority now. So yeah, we'll go there and just try and stay in the game as long as we can, hopefully.
Yeah, we enjoy the day out though, Jamie, won't you? I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we've got to do, isn't it? Again, that's the whole point of the FA Cup. You want to draw the biggest teams, and currently in British football, Aston Villa are. Be a good night, anything under the lights, and again, like I said, there's 5,500, 6,000 travelling fans. Fantastic. Make some noise, have some fun, and who knows what will happen.
Brilliant. Oh, good luck. Good luck for that. Right, back to the league then. Let's have a look at the March fixtures, shall we, and see how everything lands. So after that Aston Villa game, then we've got three home games to see out the month against Burnley, Luton, and Sheffield Wednesday, with trips to Sunderland and Blackburn. James, so 15 points available. How do you see the month of March going for you in terms of points returns?
Yeah, so I think with the Burnley game, it is a bit interesting just because I know they are obviously a decent side, but with sort of how Scott Parker is playing his football, he's quite a negative manager, so it wouldn't be bad to get a point against Burnley at home. But obviously, the game against Luton is the must win there. 100%, we need to be winning that, and anything sort of against Sheffield Wednesday as well would be great. So, sort of 4 to 6 points in them sort of two games, and if we get something against Burnley, that'd be great. And then with the away games, they're quite tough. Obviously, Sunderland is a hard game, but we have won up there in the past, and with Blackburn, that is a very, very difficult game, and our record at Blackburn is very poor. And then with QPR, it's sort of a hit and miss. I think we went there last season and won 2-1. So again, another opportunity there to potentially pick up some points. So if we can get sort of around the 6 to 9 mark, I'd be quite okay with that.
Okay, Jamie, you agree?
Yeah, I think you look at the Sheffield Wednesday game. They're doing really well this year, but I think that's something that we can definitely look at home. Winnable games. We're hoping that fans will turn out and get behind the team like they did yesterday, like they are doing on the road as well. So home form is massive in this run. Blackburn, they lost to our rivals yesterday, and they still haven't appointed a manager yet. So the longer that goes on for, by the time we go to Blackburn, let's hope they still haven't got a manager. We can nick some in there maybe. But like you say, win the games against the teams around you, and it'll provide the platform and less pressure going forward against the bigger side. So, like you said, 9 to 11 points, I think would be nice, but maybe that's me being ambitious and hopeful.
I don't know if either of you watched Luton versus Plymouth midweek, but they looked like two of the worst sides I've seen in a long, long time. And our Derby fans on here also say that they think they're gone. They think they've never seen as bad as a side as that. So if those three continue to be as bad as they have been, and you pick up 2, 3 more wins, going to be all right, isn't it?
It's a hard one there because it's funny when you go out of games and you've lost against certain sides, they go, "Oh, you're too good to go down. You look too good," and it's one of those ones where you probably think, "Yeah, we've played really well," but that doesn't help you when you need the points. But like you say, when I watched the Plymouth game against Luton, we know Ken Olworth Road's quite cramped, but it felt very much like an old school game. It was very direct, and I think that's what I was thinking going into Saturday's game against Plymouth. Plymouth play really, really direct. And you could see second half, they were just hitting everything long. And it's a shame that we eventually conceded the goal. But Derby have got some good players, but again, it's consistency, isn't it? And, John Eustace still hasn't found his feet there at the minute. So hopefully, greedy myself, hoping that continues. And yeah, Luton, what a thing for them, a demise for them. They are the highs of last year to dare I say it, with Matt Bloomfield appointment hasn't helped them at all.
No. Agreed. And on that final result, we're going to ask you now to let us know quite honestly, as Cardiff fans, which one, apart from the obvious, obviously you'd want Swansea to go down, but which one of the others, James, are you sick of seeing in this league and would like to see the fan base disappear?
I wouldn't mind seeing sort of Hull go down just because it is a bit of a long journey, to be fair. So yeah, Hull, but as long as 3 of them go down and there's Norris, then I don't mind.
Jamie?
Let's say. So I'm going to be quite. I think it's the 3 that are currently in the relegation zone. Just get them gone. And it's like you say, the Plymouth. It's a lovely day out, but see you later sort of thing. Derby again, the same thing, and Little Luton. No disrespect to them, but greedy me is hoping that those are the 3 that go down and we stay up, and then we'll deal with the rest next year.
Right, Cardiff fans have spoken. They want to see Luton, Plymouth, and Derby down. Thank you very much. You two, for those of you just joining us, please do drop us a subscribe. We're doing this for 30 odd weeks now, and it's great to have so many comments and so many views, but it's so hard to make new content, especially around Cardiff City, when there's so many great podcasts out there. Please let us have a subscription. That'd be great, and a like as well. And we'll see you two on the other side of both. A busy week for Cardiff. Hopefully you pick up the points. Have you a good day out at Aston Villa, and we'll catch you in 7 days' time to review it all. Thank you very much for watching.